Welcome back to EDUx Talks. I'm your host, Maya, and today we're tackling a big one: how to save $10,000 fast without making more money. No side hustles, no second job, just smarter moves with the money you already have. With me is Daniel, a financial coach who's helped a lot of people do exactly this. Daniel, welcome.
Thank you, Maya. I'm excited. This is one of my favorite topics because people think they need a bigger paycheck, but most of the time they need a better plan.
Let's set expectations. When you say fast, what time frame are we talking about without doing anything extreme or unsafe?
Great question. For most people, fast is 90 to 180 days. If you're willing to sprint and your take-home income supports it, 60 to 90 days is possible. If your budget's tight, you might be looking at a 6-month push. The point is, not a miracle, but not a year away either.
Okay, before we get into tactics, give us the math. How do we think about $10,000 in chunks so it feels doable?
I use 2 quick conversions. First, days. 10,000 in 120 days is about $83 a day. 10,000 in 90 days is $111 a day. 10,000 in 180 days is $56 a day. Second, monthly. 10,000 in 3 months is about $3,333 a month. 10,000 in 4 months is about $2,500 a month. 10,000 in 6 months is about $1,667 a month. Then we reverse engineer how to carve that gap out of your current spending.
That's blunt and helpful, but people listening have very different incomes. Can you ground this with a few realistic scenarios?
Absolutely. 3 examples. Assume take-home pay, not gross. Take home $3,500 a month, baseline fixed costs $2,200, variable or discretionary $1,300. Goal, save $1,700 a month for 6 months. We'll need to reduce fixed by about $400 to $600 and variable by about $800 to $1,000. Tight but doable for a sprint with structure. Take home $5,000 a month, baseline fixed $2,800, variable $2,200. Goal, save $2,500 a month for 4 months. Reduce fixed by about $700 to $900 and variable by $1,300 to $1,600. Solid room if we push on housing, insurance, food, and subscriptions. Take home $7,500 a month, baseline fixed $3,800, variable $3,700. Goal $2,500 a month for 4 months or $1,700 a month for 6 months. Plenty of fat typically in subscriptions, dining, travel, and lifestyle creep. The risk here is attention, not possibility.
Let's get people moving. It's day one. What are the first 48-hour moves to create immediate wins?
2 parts. Visibility and quick wins. Visibility, 90 minutes. Pull last 60 to 90 days from your bank and credit cards, categorize into fixed, rent, utilities, debt minimums, insurance, phone, internet, and variable, groceries, dining, gas or transport, shopping, entertainment. Note leaks, subscriptions, fees, impulse categories. Note your average monthly totals. That's your baseline. Quick wins, same day. Cancel or pause streaming duplicates, app trials, premium memberships, subscription boxes. Use your phone's subscriptions list and card statement search for words like monthly, auto, renew. Switch insurance, auto, home, renters. Requote with at least 3 carriers, ask about telematics or low mileage, and raise deductibles if your emergency fund can handle it. Call internet and phone, ask for the retention department. Say, I'm paying X for internet, Spectrum is offering $50 for 12 months. I want to stay, but not at current rates. What loyalty discount or promo can you apply today? Bank fees, move to a no-fee checking or savings, ask for fee reversals. 0% balance transfer, only if you will pay it off within the promo window. Move high-interest credit card debt to 0% and set a payoff plan before the promo ends.
Can you give a specific negotiation script that works?
Totally. For internet and phone, hi, I've been a customer for X years. I'm paying $95 for internet. Spectrum is offering $50 for 12 months. I want to stay, but not at current rates. What loyalty discount or promo can you apply today? Then pause. If they say no, ask for the retention team. And once you get a number, ask, is that the best you can do? Insurance. I requoted and got $1,280 for 6 months with ABC Insurance, including similar coverage. Can you re-rate my policy for low mileage, safe driver, and multi-policy discounts? Also, do you offer telematics? Aim for at least $30 to $80 a month off combined.
Housing is the elephant in the room. People either feel stuck or think the only option is moving, which is a pain. What are the housing levers that don't involve a new job or moving across the country?
3 tiers. Tier 1, same address. Negotiate rent at renewal. Say comparable units in my area are listing for X. I'm a reliable tenant and want to renew for another year if we can adjust to Y. Even $50 to $150 a month matters over 6 months. Sublet a parking spot, storage area, or a room short-term if your lease allows. Utilities, smart thermostat, LED bulbs, off-peak usage, turn-down water heater. $20 to $60 a month adds up. Tier 2, low friction changes. Split internet with a neighbor if feasible and permitted. Switch to a lower speed plan if your usage doesn't need gigabit. Tier 3, bigger plays. Add a roommate for 3 to 6 months if safe and allowed. Negotiate lease break fees versus a negotiated rent reduction. If you're month to month, use that leverage.
Housing is the elephant in the room. People either feel stuck or think the only option is moving, which is a pain. What are the housing levers that don't involve a new job or moving across the country?
3 tiers. Tier 1, same address. Negotiate rent at renewal. Say comparable units in my area are listing for X. I'm a reliable tenant and want to renew for another year if we can adjust to Y. Even $50 to $150 a month matters over 6 months. Sublet a parking spot, storage area, or a room short-term if your lease allows. Utilities, smart thermostat, LED bulbs, off-peak usage, turn-down water heater. $20 to $60 a month adds up. Tier 2, low friction changes. Split internet with a neighbor if feasible and permitted. Switch to a lower speed plan if your usage doesn't need gigabit. Tier 3, bigger plays. Add a roommate for 3 to 6 months if safe and allowed. Negotiate lease break fees versus a negotiated rent reduction. If you're month to month, use that leverage.
Let's talk debt. Not paying more, but paying smarter so we free up cash flow. What's your go-to approach?
The goal isn't just interest savings, it's freeing monthly cash without extending pain forever. Credit cards, call and ask for a lower APR due to on-time payment history. Even a 3 to 5% drop saves real money. Balance transfer, if your credit qualifies and you can aggressively pay it down within the promo window, this can slash interest and speed up 10K savings. Set automatic payments to clear it before the promo ends. Auto loans, refinance if your rate is high. Even a 1 to 3% cut can save $30 to $80 a month. Student loans, auto pay discount often saves 0.25%. Check if extended or income-driven plans make sense temporarily to free cash while you sprint, then redirect to debt payoff after you hit $10,000.
Food is where a lot of people bleed money, and it feels personal. What's the most realistic way to chop food costs quickly without eating cardboard?
Food is the sneakiest budget buster. The key is planning and friction. Plan 7 core meals and batch cook. Example, 1-week plan for 2 people. Chili with beans and rice and frozen veggies. 10 servings, about $175 per serving. Chicken thighs sheet pan with potatoes and carrots. 8 servings, about $250 per serving. Lentil pasta with marinara and spinach. 8 servings, about $160 per serving. Egg fried rice with leftover veggies. 6 servings, about $120 per serving. Tuna or chickpea salad wraps. 6 servings, about $150 per serving. Homemade popcorn, apples, carrots, and hummus for snacks. About 80 cents to $1.20 per serving. Shop by unit price, not brand. Store brands, frozen produce, and dry goods win. Use a pantry first rule. Build meals around what you already have before shopping. Lock in a no solo grocery trips. Shop once per week with a list. Fewer trips, fewer impulse buys. Coffee and dining, set a cap like 2 paid coffees per week and 1 dine-out meal per week during the sprint. Pre-decide the day.
Give me a number. If a couple is spending $1,000 a month in food between groceries and eating out, what could they bring it down to for 3 months without going nuts?
With planning, $550 to $650 per month. That's a $350 to $450 monthly win. Doable through batch cooking, limiting eating out, and using unit cost strategies.
Rounding out the hacks, transportation is another big category. What are the without earning more moves there?
A few high-impact ones. Car insurance, requote, and add telematics. $20 to $60 a month savings is common. Gas. Combine trips, use gas price apps, keep tires inflated, avoid aggressive driving. Conservatively $20 to $40 a month. Transit. If you can switch 2 to 3 commutes a week to transit or carpool, you could save $60 to $120 a month in gas or parking. Maintenance. Follow the schedule to avoid expensive failures, but don't over-service. Shop around for tires and oil changes.
Behavioral stuff is often the difference between a plan and an actual result. What psychology tricks do you like?
Design your environment so the default is saving. Delete saved cards from browsers and shopping apps. Remove one-click checkout. Unsubscribe from marketing emails and push notifications that trigger impulse buys. Install website blockers for shopping sites during evening hours. Implement a 48-hour rule for non-essentials. Add to a list, wait 48 hours, then decide. Envelope system for discretionary categories or digital envelopes using separate sub-accounts. Public scoreboard, a savings thermometer on your fridge or a shared note you update daily.
You mentioned separate sub-accounts. Walk me through the bank setup that makes this easier.
I call it the 3-bucket setup. Checking A, bills only. Your fixed expenses auto-draft from here. Checking B, spending. Groceries, gas, fun. Weekly transfer to this account is your allowance. Savings, goal vault for the 10K. Ideally, a high-yield savings account. Automation. On payday, split deposits, X% to bills, Y% to spending, a fixed amount to savings. Whatever's left in spending at the end of the week rolls to savings on Sunday night. No idle money left to accidentally spend.
What about people with irregular income? Freelancers, commission folks, how do they do a sprint without getting wrecked by a low month?
Use a baseline draw. Average your last 3 to 6 months' income, then set a conservative owner's draw you'll pay yourself each month, say $3,500. Build a small buffer in your business or holding account first, 1 month of draw. Save every dollar above the draw directly to the 10K goal. In lean months, stick to the draw and cut variable spending more aggressively.
Can we map a 7-day kickoff so people can hit stop on this episode and actually do it?
Yes, here's a simple 7-day sprint to set the machine up. Day 1, baseline. Pull statements, categorize, compute your daily or monthly target. Day 2, subscriptions and fees. Cancel, pause, switch to no-fee banking. Day 3, insurance shopping and bill negotiations, internet and phone, car, house renters, ask about telematics and bundling. Day 4, food plan. Build a 7-day meal plan, shop once, batch cook. Day 5, banking automation. Set up 3-bucket accounts, automatic transfers on payday, weekly sweep to savings. Day 6, debt optimization. Ask for APR reductions, set a plan if doing 0% transfer, schedule autopay. Day 7, friction and accountability. Remove saved cards, unsubscribe from promos, set the 48-hour rule, create a public savings tracker, and tell a friend your goal and deadline.
I love that. Let's layer in some real numbers. Give me a composite case study. What did someone actually change to free up, say, $2,000 a month?
A client, call him Jordan, take home $4,800 a month. Baseline. Rent $1,600, utilities $220, internet $90, phone $85, car loan $410, insurance $165, student loan $210, groceries $650, dining coffee $420, gas parking $240, subscriptions $95, shopping and entertainment $450. Total $5,035. Yes, overspending monthly via credit. After 30 days, internet down to $55, phone to $45, insurance to $128, pause subscriptions down to $25, groceries to $420, dining to $160, shopping and entertainment to $120, gas and parking to $180, and added telematics discount. Negotiated rent at renewal from $1,600 to $1,520 for 12 months. Set 0% balance transfer and a 6-month payoff schedule. New monthly spend, about $3,333. That freed roughly $1,700 a month immediately. He also did a 30-day no shopping challenge and snagged a $250 medical bill reduction by asking for a cash pay discount. Total monthly surplus, about $1,950. He hit 10K in a little over 5 months.
You mentioned medical bills briefly. How do you reduce those without playing games?
Ask for an itemized bill and check for errors or duplicate charges. A cash pay or prompt pay discount, 10 to 30% is common. Charity care or financial assistance if you qualify. An interest-free payment plan, then pay it faster if you can.
Let's talk about taxes. Without increasing income, can people tweak withholdings to boost monthly cash during the sprint?
Yes, with care. If you get big refunds, you're over withholding. Adjust your W-4 so your take-home increases now and the refund shrinks. That's not making more money, it's timing your own money better. Just don't swing too far and create a large bill at tax time.
What about selling stuff? Some people will say that's making money, but in my brain, it's more like converting what you already own into cash. Does it belong in this plan?
I think of it as unlocking trapped cash. You're not earning new income, you're liquidating assets. If it fits your rules, do a 1-week purge of unused electronics, designer clothing, furniture, sports gear. Many people can free $300 to $1,200 quickly. It accelerates the goal.
Let's say someone listening is in a high-cost city and insists there's nothing left to cut. How do you approach that mindset?
2 angles. First, prove it. Don't assume it. Do the 7-day sprint and re-quote everything. I've seen New York and San Francisco clients drop $400 to $800 a month without moving. Second, change the frame from I can't to what would it take? Maybe it's a short-term roommate, moving 1 subway stop away to drop rent, replacing Uber with transit for 90 days, swapping boutique fitness with a $15 gym pass and YouTube workouts. You don't have to love it forever, just long enough to fund your freedom.
How do you avoid burnout? The sprint and rebound problem is real.
Build relief and joy into the plan. Keep 1 small joy, 1 fancy coffee a week or 1 favorite class. Plan free or low-cost fun, picnics, hikes, game nights, library passes, museum free days. Use temporal landmarks. Sprint for 12 weeks, then add back 1 to 2 items you truly missed. Track visible progress. Seeing $2,000 and $4,500 in your savings is motivating.
Okay, I want a rapid-fire checklist of where the biggest dollars tend to hide. Where do you consistently find money?
Biggest levers: housing, negotiation, roommate, parking sublet. Insurance: shop auto, renter's home, telematics, rise deductibles responsibly. Connectivity: internet, phone, renegotiate or switch, family plans, remove device financing. Food: batch cook, limit eating out, unit price, frozen produce. Debt: 0% transfer, APR reductions, refinance auto. Banking: eliminate fees, high-yield savings. Discretionary: cancel, pause subscriptions, 48-hour rule, envelope system. Transportation: gas efficiency, fewer trips, transit or carpool. Medical: itemized bill, discounts, assistance. Taxes: adjust withholdings if over withholding.
Can you talk about the emergency fund question? If someone doesn't have one, is the $10,000 the emergency fund, or should they do both?
If you don't have an emergency fund, the $10,000 can be it, especially if you're targeting 3 to 6 months of essential expenses. If your essentials are $2,500 a month, $7,500 is 3 months. You can aim for $7,500 first and then continue to $10K. Label the account emergency plus $10K goal so you don't touch it for non-emergencies.
Let's get even more tactical. How would you set up weekly money rhythms during this sprint?
Weekly cadence. Sunday, update your savings tracker, review the next week's calendar and spending triggers, and defrost food for batch cooking. Monday, transfer your weekly spending allowance to checking B. Wednesday, midweek check-in. What's left in groceries or dining? Adjust now, not at the end. Friday, plan your weekend entertainment around free or low-cost options. Sunday night, sweep leftover money to savings.
For couples, money can get tense. How do you run a sprint as a team without fighting?
Agree on the goal and the end date first. Then, list the top 3 things each person really cares about. Keep 1 each. Set personal fun money in separate accounts. No policing small purchases. Weekly 15-minute check-in, not a 2-hour interrogation. Decide the safe word for big spends. Is this sprint friendly? It invites a pause, not a fight.
I want a concrete 90-day plan with numbers. Could you sketch one out?
Sure. Assume take home $5,000 a month. Current spend $4,600, so only $400 left. We need $3,333 a month for 3 months. We'll get there through fixed and variable cuts. Fixed cuts. Internet, $90 to $55 equals $35.
Phone, $85 to $45 equals $40. Insurance, $190 to $135 equals $55. Student loan auto pay discount, about $8. Rent negotiation or parking sublet, $100. Fixed savings, about $238 a month, more if housing changes are bigger. Variable cuts. Groceries, $700 to $450 equals $250. Dining and coffee, $550 to $180 equals $370. Shopping and entertainment, $500 to $150 equals $350. Gas and parking, $260 to $190 equals $70. Subscriptions, $80 to $20 equals $60. Variable savings.
Sure, assume take home $5,000 a month, current spend $4,600, so only $400 left. We need $3,333 a month for 3 months. We'll get there through fixed and variable cuts. Fixed cuts, internet, $90 to $55 equals $35. Phone, $85 to $45 equals $40. Insurance, auto renters, $190 to $135 equals $55. Student loan auto pay discount, about $8. Rent negotiation or parking sublet, $100. Fixed savings, about $238 a month, more if housing changes are bigger. Variable cuts. Groceries, $700 to $450 equals $250. Dining and coffee, $550 to $180 equals $370. Shopping and entertainment, $500 to $150 equals $350. Gas and parking, $260 to $190 equals $70. Subscriptions, $80 to $20 equals $60. Variable savings, about $1,100. Debt optimization. APR reduction or 0% transfer reduces minimums and interest, about $120. Taxes or withholding adjustment if refund bound, up to $150 to $250 a month to take home. Total monthly surplus after changes, about $1,608 to $1,708. To hit $3,333 a month, add one bigger lever for 90 days. Roommate or house hawk, plus $600 to $900, or move one tier down, an apartment for a short-term lease, plus $500 to $800. Or sell unused items in month 1 for a $1,000 jumpstart. Again, optional. With those, you're at or over $3,333 a month, and you reach $10K in 90 days.
What if someone can't or won't touch housing?
Then accept a 4 to 6 month timeline and cut harder elsewhere, or stock multiple medium wins. Deeper food optimization, $450 to $380 equals $70 more. More aggressive subscription purge, plus $20. Transit or carpool swap for 2 days a week, plus $60. Seasonal energy savings, plus $25. Medical bill negotiation, one-time $200 to $500. Annual memberships paused, plus $20 to $40 a month. Add a few of those and you're closing the gap without touching housing.
What are the pitfalls that derail people?
A few big ones. Vague goals versus $10,000 by March 31st. Get specific. No automation. If you wait to see what's left, nothing's left. Overly restrictive plans. If it's zero joy, you'll blow it up by week 3. Forgetting to reshop, prices change. Requote insurance every 6 to 12 months. Ignoring tiny leaks. It's only $9.99. 10 times is $100 a month. Not preparing for social pressure. Decide phrases in advance. I'm on a 90-day sprint. Let's do a homemade dinner or a walk.
Where should the 10K live? Not under a mattress, I hope?
High-yield savings account, separate from your daily bank. Label it very clearly. 10K sprint, do not touch. Look for FDIC and CUA insured institutions and rates that are competitive. Set it to auto transfer on payday so it's out of sight, out of mind.
I'd love to leave listeners with a quick action recap they can literally copy into their week.
Here's a simple spoken checklist to copy into your notes. Name your target and deadline, $10,000 by date. Calculate monthly and daily targets. Pull 90 days of statements and categorize. Cancel or pause 5 to 10 subscriptions today. Call internet, phone, call insurance, ask for retention or telematics. Set 3-bucket banking with automatic transfers. Plan and batch cook 7 meals, 1 grocery trip a week. 48-hour rule for non-essentials, delete safe cards. Weekly sweep leftover cash into savings, update your tracker. Tell one person your goal and schedule a 10-minute weekly check-in.
That's gold. Before we wrap, what's your message to someone who's tried before and slipped?
You didn't fail. You learned where the plan didn't fit your life. Make the next version simpler. Automate more, keep one joy, and shorten the time horizon. 90 focus days can change your year.
Daniel, this was incredibly practical. If you're listening, you've got a roadmap to save $10,000 fast without making more money, only smarter moves. This is EDUx. I'm Maya. Go set up your 3 accounts, make 2 phone calls, and batch 1 meal today. You'll feel the momentum immediately.
You've got this. Every dollar has a job. Send it to your goal and watch the scoreboard climb. Thanks for having me, Maya.